Greetings. Today I would like to talk about another THX trailer. I promise you it is not another box set based on a children's network. Before I go any further, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of an anime entitled Kill Me Baby? If you haven't, let me give you some information I pulled from Google. Kill Me Baby follows the school lives of a high school girl, Yasuna Oribe, or is whatever that is, along with her friends Sonia, a female assassin, and Nagiri Goshiki, a female ninja. When I watch this series, I see the two main protagonists, Yasuna and Sonia, trying to form a friendship. Originally, the show was a manga before it became an animated series, but that isn't important. As I said, I'm going to tell you about another THX trailer I have found. The source material was, Kill Me Baby. It all started with my dad and one of his girlfriends at a restaurant called Ivor's. My order was a salmon BLT with lettuce and tomatoes, a side of fries, and a Minute Maid grip drink as part of the Coca-Cola freestyle machine. After we finished eating, my dad asked me to wait by the car, so I did as he said. While walking to the car, I looked at what appeared to be a small box on the sidewalk. I examined it and there was clearly nothing on it. My dad and his girlfriend came out of the restaurant. We headed to the airport so we could drop my dad's girlfriend off, as it was the day she would go home. When we got home, I showed my dad what I picked up and he was confused. I told him that the box I found was on the sidewalk and it had no name on it. He believed me and told me that he would be going out to his office at work to pick up something. After my dad left, I began to take a steak knife and opened the box. Inside of it was a Kill Me Baby DVD, but it had a THX logo, meaning that it was THX certified. I began getting curious of how this could be THX certified. That was when I suddenly remembered my experience with THX Vortex CW box set, even though Kill Me Baby was never to be a kid's show. Anyways, the cover consisted of the two main protagonists, Yasuna and Sonia, in one of their poses from the intro, Kill Me Baby, while text is seen in a dark background. But what's disturbing was that the cover looked in a little misplaced, especially the DVD video logo, and Yasuna and Sonia had their arms missing. The rest of the front cover was placed by a big black rectangle. I would assume there was an error on the DVD they forgot to fix. Looking at it, it was nearly similar to the cover of the Monster House THX trailer. If I can guess correctly, this DVD is probably another one of Adam Cannington's sick tricks. I decided I would read the DVD for a good review. I inserted the disc into my DVD player and sat back. It began with the Funimation logo from 2016 to present. The next thing that popped up was the menu. It featured the same two characters with the same missing arms. There were three menu options including Play, Visit THX, and DVD credits. I selected Play, and it showed a warning that said this. It said, "This trailer you're about to see was made to promote the theatrical release of Doctor Sleep, despite it not being THX certified. It also contains scenes that may not be suitable for people with sensitivity issues. Watch this trailer at your own risk." As I should have expected, another lost trailer, I muttered. The trailer began. It started with a shot of text in a dark background, which is similar to the start of the Monster House THX trailer. Text then said, "I bet you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill some anime characters. Let the show begin." He then flew off to the dark sky. It then cut to a shot of the THX logo as it appears in the Moocat trailer. Just then, Yasuna and Sonia walked into the shot. The main two spoke in English accents. Yasuna began to speak. "What is this place, Sonia?" Sonia replied, "To make things simple, Yasuna, this right here is THX logo. THX is a mascot named Tex, and from what I have heard, he is killing innocent people, and many other characters because he thinks that people have been disrespecting his company. Don't you think that's a very stupid reason?" Yasuna then said, "It sure is. I'm scared right now. What are we gonna do?" Sonia said, "Don't worry, Yasuna. I will try and do all I can to protect you. I'm 100% sure he doesn't know a single thing about us. If he does, I will attempt to kick his ass." All of a sudden, Sona and Yasuna began hearing what sounded like Tex's evil laughter. Yasuna gasped and asked, "Is that who we think it is?" Yasuna and Sonia looked around, wondering where that evil laughter came from. As Yasuna looked around, Tex jumped down in front of her. She had screamed in fear. Sonia soon noticed and said to Tex, "It's you, the murderer of innocent people." Tex said, "Well, well, well. If it isn't two girls, what are you up to?" Sonia then said, "We're here to plan your assassination. Why? It's because you keep murdering innocent people. I'm not going to bother tell you who you murdered. Now get out of here before you instantly regret it. Tex then said, No, I don't think I will. Get ready for some terrifying terror of the Tyrannosaurus Tex. He pulled out what appeared to be a spear and began chase after Yasuna and Sonia. As the two main characters ran, Sonia said, Yasuna, maybe you should try to face one of your fears while we are still alive. They both stopped running as Yasuna began confronting Tex that she would call the police if he kept trying to kill them. Tex then said, Be quiet, fool. Now you must die. They then kept running while Tex was still on their trail. Just then, Tex threw his spear at Yasuna and she died entirely. Excuse me. He would then take the spear out of Sonia's chest. After that, Sonia nearly shed a tear. She said, Yasuna, are you... Before she could finish her sentence, Tex finished it off with, Dead. Sonia gasped. He then said, You are so goddamn correct, Sonia. I have killed your best friend. Sonia then wiped the tears from her eyes and began getting mad at Tex. She took out a pistol and began firing at Tex, but Tex dodged every shot she made. Don't you run away from me, asshole. You are going to be sorry for all the crimes you committed, Sonia said. Tex replied with, Or am I? Take this, sucker, for your legs. He then took out a bear trap as he aimed it at Sonia's legs. Sonia got trapped in Tex's bear trap. Ouch, that's way too sharp, Sonia said. This reminded me of that Kipper scene that hit Entertainment THX trailer, which I'm still going to narrate probably next Monday or maybe over the summer. Tex then said, I know, isn't it? Now I must kill you. Before he could use his PP-19 Vityaz on her, he had a cell phone attached to him which was ringing. He turned around while he began talking to someone. It was probably either Zurg or his female friend Rolf from Mega Man. As Tex was on the phone, Sophia then carefully pulled herself out of the bear trap and made a run to Tex's private bedroom. She then hid under Tex's bed. We then see Tex, who had just finished his cell phone call and noticed that Sonia ran off. Oh, Sonia Blade, where are you? Tex called out. Sonia got offended by the comment but refused to get out. Tex probably noticed her right away. Tex entered his bedroom and began looking around. Sonia ran out while Tex wasn't looking at her. But as she did that, Tex heard running footsteps. Found you, yellow hell girl, Tex shouted. Sonia screamed in shock. That matched later to Sonia and he set up another bear trap against her feet. It clipped on and Sonia did some hard breathing. Well, 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 Tex said while he took out what appeared to be a realistic gray-colored fist. Looks like I have you completely surrounded. Any last words before I blow your head off? Tex continued. Sonia said, I've got a few words. I know Jesus has forgiven me. Not a joke, by the way. Tex held his attack for about 4 seconds, then said in a demonic tone, This charade is over. When he said that, it reminded me of that one quote from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where Lex is about to kill the player entirely. Tex then began to punch Sonia brutally. But before the fist could make contact with Sonia, it cut to black as blood splattering could be heard, meaning that Sonia had her head completely punched off. I paused the DVD and ran to the bathroom to vomit. When I came back, I unpaused it. It cut to another scene. The scene depicted what looked like a dark hallway. After about 3 seconds, an unused character, the name of the red-haired girl, came out of the darkness and making me fall out of my seat, which I didn't do. Is anybody here? Unused character asked. As the camera panned around, I began to realize something. The dark place where the unused character was and looked entirely similar to one of my faraway friend's house tonight. What even was this? As she walked, I heard Tex's evil laughter. Unused character turned around and saw Tex and saying what appeared to be a kitchen. He had a bloody smile and he was carrying the same 2 weapons from the final THX trailer Rohan encountered. Hello there, woman. Prepare to meet a very bad fate by me. She then ran out of the house and went to what looked like the shed. She closed the door and she had tears in her eyes. What happened next also was scared me half to death. Tex appeared from the darkness and she was about to murder the crap out of the unused character. She turned around once again, but then it got to black as the sound of the chainsaw was heard, and an unused character could be heard screaming loudly. After 5 seconds, the cut to a dark and white shot of the THX logo appears in the Mukan trailer. A Giri Goshiki can be seen down on the floor. And then the same old screaming deep note the chorus people played. But the screams belonged to Yasuna, Sonia, and an unused character. The scream said to hurt my ears once more. So I paused the DVD, cleaned my ears, went to relax on my bed for a few minutes. When I came back, I unpaused it. Text then dropped down like he did in those other trailers. Hello everyone. I am back narrating anime characters because they tend to disrespect my company. It's also push for people who are ever afraid. He said, and even though I wasn't able to kill the creator, I instead killed this American actor named Johnny Knoxville. I gasped when I saw the corpse of him. Looking at Johnny's corpse, his eyes were entirely black. He then continued, just remember the golden rule. If you are ever afraid of me, my company, or the corpse I am holding, I will find where you live and perform my sexy show on you. Bye for now, people. Tex struck the corpse of the Johnny Knoxville and then flew away while evilly laughing, and then showed the slogan in the audience listening. The chorus of the scream began showing bloodstains and Tex's evil laughter could still be heard. After that, it faded back for about 10 seconds. At that point, I thought it would be over. However, hold on. But it wasn't until one last thing showed up. It was an edited picture of Sonia on a rubber blue background. However, her eyes were red with black pupils and she was puking blood. It was accompanied by both a woman screaming and a childish version of the gut-wrenching Howie scream. And then took me back to the menu after the trailer ended. I felt quite nervous after I watched. My dad came home and I told him about what was on the DVD. I showed him the trailer and he believed me. Later on, I emailed both Funimation and THX about what I had viewed. I also asked where they got my friend's house from the trailer. They told me that M. Caton made it during his time at Funimation, and the house that they used was sold back in 2015 to permission of the previous owners. I was quite surprised that M. Caton was responsible for making the trailer. At least M was imprisoned. But there's more that came from. Remember what DVDs you find.